Hi, this is Julie with Beadaholique, and I want to show you how to make one of our exclusive kits. And the kit we're going to be making in this video here is the Crystal Rivoli Faux Leather Wrap Bracelet. I have a couple different color variations that the kit comes in, so you can see that we have some color choices here. So I want to show you what you get in the kit and how to put it together. You're first going to get a length of this great faux leather cord. This is really nice. It's not leather, it's a leather alternative, but it looks very much like leather. So you'll get a nice length, and you can see you actually get quite a bit of it, of this faux leather cord, and it looks really nice. You're going to get 4 end caps, 4 jump rings, a magnetic clasp, a Rivoli setting, and a Swarovski Elements Crystal Rivoli. And of course the colors that you're going to get in your kit are based upon the color of the kit you choose, so everything will of course be coordinating. And here I have the kit that has the brown faux leather cord and the brass findings. You're also going to get a whole bottle of super new glue to glue these in place, so you'll be able to use the leftover glue for other projects. In terms of the tools you'll need a pen, a pair of scissors, and 2 pairs of chain nose pliers. So to start, we're going to glue in the Rivoli into the setting. So one thing about the super new glue is a little goes a long ways. So we're just going to take the glue bottle and put 3 little drops into the setting. And just drop our Rivoli in place. We're going to let that dry now. And as that is drying, we're going to take our faux leather cord, match up the ends so you find the midway point, and then cut. And now we've got 2 equal lengths of cord. Taking the super new glue again, we're going to put a drop into the cord finding and place our cord into it. Hold it for just a few seconds, and then you can set it down to dry. We're going to do that now with the other cord. And again, just stick it in there, hold it for a few seconds so it can create a bond, and set it aside to dry. At this point, I'm going to take a 10-minute break, let these dry a bit before proceeding on to the next step. All right. So after you've let these pieces dry, you're going to go ahead and open a jump ring. To do that, you grab one end to the side of the slit with your chain nose pliers, and then you grab the other side and you simply twist. Now these are some pretty good, strong, heavy-duty jump rings, and we're just going to go ahead, link it onto one of the loops on your Rivoli setting, and then you're also going to connect it onto the little end cap you just attached with the glue. Now note there is a right side and a wrong side to the cord, so you can actually choose. I actually like both sides, but for this particular project I want the more leather looking shiny side facing out. So when I connect this on, I'm going to make sure I pay attention to that. Loop that onto your jump ring, and to close your jump ring you simply twist it back in place. And now you'll see the correct side of the faux leather is facing out. And I'm just going to repeat that on the other end of my setting as well. Again, just going to open the jump ring, link it onto the setting, link on the other part of the bracelet, and close it back up. So believe it or not, we're already half done with our bracelet. If you're making this as a gift for someone and you don't really know their bracelet size, a standard bracelet size is about 7.5 inches. To obtain that, you would go ahead and you would measure each side of your cord to be 16 inches long. You would cut it and attach your end. But if you're making this for yourself, I want to show you how to measure it so it fits your wrist. So go ahead, center the Rivoli on top of your wrist in the middle. And now you can actually decide, do you want one wrap, just so you have a very simple bracelet like that, or you can wrap it around once on each side, so it looks like that, or you actually have enough to do 2 wraps on each side of the setting. Now I like to measure it like this because everyone's wrist is a little bit of a different size and everyone has a different preference as to how tight or loose they want to wear their bracelet. So I'm going to make this for my wrist, and I would actually like to wear it like this. I want it pretty snug on my wrist just because of this design here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, see where the 2 cords would overlap in the center of the back side of my wrist. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold these and I'm going to make a mark with my pen where they overlap. So there's one mark. Takes a little bit of fidgeting to be able to do this. If you have someone who can help you, it might be easier, but if you're doing this yourself, it's definitely possible. Okay, so there I've made a mark on both sides. Now, when I attach my clasp, it's going to add between 1/2 inch and 3/4 of an inch. So I'm going to cut a little bit shy of that mark, a little bit short of it. So now I can go ahead and unwrap my bracelet. And I have a particularly tiny wrist, so if you're watching me do this and you're seeing how much I'm cutting off, you might not necessarily be cutting off this much. I just have a really small wrist. So that was my mark, but because I know my ends and my clasp are going to add between 1/2 and 3/4 inch, I'm going to cut a little bit shy on both sides. And now I'm going to attach another end cap to each side. I'm going to do that the same way I did the others. Whoops. You'll have a new bottle of glue. We've actually used this glue in the studio before, but yours will come with a brand new bottle. Again, just 1 drop. And kind of let it swirl around in there. Make sure it coats the base and the sides. Close up your glue, and we're going to let that dry for another 10 minutes or so before we complete our bracelet. To finish your bracelet, go ahead and separate out your magnetic clasp. Then you're going to take a jump ring, open it, slide it onto 1/2 of your clasp, and also the end cap you just glued in, and close it, and then repeat on the other side of the bracelet. Close it back up, and you are done. I'll put this on so you can see that it was measured correctly. What's great about magnetic clasps is you're going to see in 1 second, if I can get it off of my pliers, they are really great for bracelets because they're so easy to do. So they just snap together, and there we go. And I have a perfectly fitting bracelet. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. You can find this kit along with other exclusive kits on Beadaholique.com.